guys, welcome to the negative first episode of Nature Circus. I'm here with Rascal. You're hearing from Mr. Saff, and we're going to be taking a look at cursed paintings that I have taken an interest in. Something spooky for us this week, because why not?
Okay.
So Rascal, I don't know if you've looked into too many cursed paintings. I know you know a little about a couple. Do you know anything about any others?
No, I don't think I know anything about any cursed paintings at all.
I know you know a little bit about a couple, so I tried to find some that were not very well known, that I've at least looked into or seen them. So, the first painting I'm going to show you is called Man Proposes, God Disposes. Have you heard of it before or no?
No, this is a new one.
So, the backstory of this painting is this painting was created in 1864 by a man named Edwin Lesser. It shows a picture of the final events of Franklin's lost expedition, which was a team of 129 men who vanished while exploring the Arctic. Nobody found any of these men, and they all just literally disappeared. It was kind of a conspiracy. Now, there were human bones found in the area of where the expedition was camping, but that's the last they have seen of these people. There are theories that they got lost and resorted to cannibalism to survive, since there were some traces on the bones, like some of them were broken to get to the marrow. Now, if they were attacked by polar bears, it was never really questioned until this painting was created. It's currently in the hands in a picture gallery at the Royal Holloway University in London, which is also used for art students when they work on their exams. But even so, the picture is quite, I don't know how to describe how I feel when I look at it. It's almost despairing, which kind of goes with the supernatural bit of this painting. Now onto the weirdness of the painting. Legend has it that this painting causes art students to fail their exams, unless it's covered up. Some say if you stare at it for too long, it will drive you insane. There is a story I heard in a video where I watched on this painting, I'll link the video below, where a student was sitting right in front of the painting while doing an exam, and halfway through the test, the student took their pencil and stabbed themselves with it, making themselves pass away.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Instantly and on through exam, the student wrote before they passed away, "The polar bears made me do it." Now, I don't know if this story is true. Some say it's fiction, but it's still pretty freaky.
Yeah.
Now, I will mention, even if the story is fiction and the staff still take the painting seriously and cover it up while students are doing their test, and even the staff forgets students will refuse to take their exams unless the painting is covered up. Thoughts?
Well,
it's a very, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, when I was looking up research on it, I had to stare at the painting a lot. So I felt like really odd, like almost angry emotions while looking at it.
I could see that. You don't tend to see polar bears like that, which is very disturbing. You know, you use the Coke polar bear, you know, happy.
Yeah.
And then there's the various polar bears you could see in zoos around the country. I'm 100% positive, though, that they will kill if they need to.
Yeah.
But to actually see a painting, this is a depiction of what happened. Interesting. And then the whole conspiracy with college and taking tests, I can get that. Because there's like all kinds of things that people do on college campuses for good luck. And if this is creating the opposite, I could see why they would want the picture covered.
This next painting I hate.
Okay.
Now, before I start on this one, I just want to say I was doing research into this painting, and when I first saw it, I don't know why, but my head felt cold, like to the point where it hurt, which kind of goes with the counts, as well as the fact that I felt like someone was watching me while doing the research. This is a painting called Woman of the Rain. It was painted by a woman named Siventle Torres, and she claims that in the day leading up to the painting, she felt a sense of being watched. Then one day, an image of a woman's face came into her head, and she just had to paint it. She claims that she felt an uneasy energy was guiding her hand, forcing her to create the painting. When the art piece was finished, it was sold 3 times, which each time being returned quickly back to the artist.
Oh, man.
This is what all the buyers said happened to them with this painting. The first buyer hung it up in their bedroom, and not long after began to think there was another person standing in their room with them.
Why would you hang this in your bedroom?
Now, I guess this is a spoiler, but each buyer hung it in their bedroom.
What? Why would you hang this in your bedroom?
I don't know.
This is not something for your bedroom. This is not peaceful. This isn't stress-free. No.
But you don't think a woman staring at you,
with a decapitated head? Just floating? I don't think so. I would not put it in my bedroom.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would like put this up in like a living room maybe, or like a dining room. That's what.
No. It needs to be in like, a living room or where you have guests. Yeah. So it makes them uncomfortable so they don't stay very long. How about that? I like that.
I'd like
you
that,
need disturbing art. Like Jefferson did that.
Really?
His whole, I guess it was called a sitting room back then. His whole room was filled with interesting and controversial items from the day so that it would provoke conversation.
Oh.
I don't know how much conversation this woman's gonna give you.
Yeah.
She's scary.
Well, I'm sure if you were standing in a room and saw it, you'd be like, what's up with the weird woman painting? You bedroom, apparently. Why are we in here? The feeling got so overwhelming that the buyer couldn't sleep and even went to hide the painting out of sight. The second buyer complained of horrible nightmares. They dreamt every night of the woman in the painting and felt as if she was in the room while they slept. Finally, the third buyer didn't at first find anything unusual with the painting, and like the previous owners of the painting, which is kind of weird, they hung it in their room. Then the buyer noticed the woman's white eyes in the painting, and that's when the same issues came up as the other buyers. Feeling of being watched, nightmares, having to hide it away. The buyer even claims that the eyes of the woman seemed to burrow into their skull when they even tried to look at the painting. Now the painting is hung in a furniture store in Kiev, and customers claim her expression keeps changing. Some people said she was frowning, and then others said that she was smiling. Some people who stared at the painting for long enough claimed to have a cold, desolate feeling that stays with them for a while afterwards.
Probably a good painting to have if you're in like a desert area.
It's your own air conditioning.
It's cheap. Air conditioning. I don't know how cheap this painting is. It's probably not very cheap. You could put a poster of it up.
I'm surprised they haven't made posters of it. I think it's only still one painting.
It's not my thing. I don't, as far as a conspiracy, I believe all of it.
Yeah, I only believe
she's smiling to me. I don't see her eyes though. Her eyes are closed.
I think she's frowning.
Really? I see her smiling.
At first, I didn't believe these accounts, but like I said, when I had to stare at the painting while looking up stuff, I felt chills. I felt like someone was in the room with me. I even had to like take a break after looking it up.
But she looks like her head's like coming off.
Yeah, I noticed. I want to say that that's mist, and she's like,
oh, maybe. So there's something wrong with her neck. Come on, people don't have necks like that. But she looks sad but happy. I don't know. No, not the thing for me. I wouldn't even.
Bit of an odd one. So I want to hear your first reaction when you see this painting.
Okay. Holy hell! Are you kidding me? Please don't tell me somebody put this in their bedroom.
This painting is called The Anguished Man. Have you heard of it?
No, but it looks like something from X-Files.
Now I have to say,
oh goodness,
this painting, I don't know why, but it makes me angry and upset when I stare at it. It bothers me as much as I don't really know why. It's just bothering to look at.
It's very disturbing. You know what it reminds me of, and I know this is very sad, but it reminds me of like a burn victim.
Yeah.
And that's just horrible because unfortunately most of those people don't survive their ordeal, and this looks like it might be capitalizing on something like that. However, it could just be some sort of extraterrestrial being of some sort.
I saw that too, I wasn't sure.
That's happy to be in the blue sky?
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know. I have no idea. It's not something I would ever put up or look at.
Yeah. In June of 2010, a man named Robertson posted a video on YouTube where he claimed that he was in possession of this painting and claimed that it was a supernatural and very cursed. Robertson says in the video that it was given to him by his grandmother and that the artist actually mixed some of his blood into the painting, then passed away after finishing it.
Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me.
Robinson also says that ever since he brought the painting into his house, a number of strange things began to occur, from seeing shadowy figures of a man, hearing screaming or crying, or things moving on their own around the painting. Now, a lot of people believed this was fake since he didn't really provide any proof in the video, but soon after he uploaded a video, he uploaded another one where he put a camera near the painting for 3 days, where a number of really odd things happened. A nearby door would randomly open and close, and sounds of scratches and bangs can be heard in the video. When this video came out, it got a lot of attention, and the painting became well known because even people watching the video felt a strange effect on them, like feeling nausea or even having full-blown nosebleeds while staring at the painting. The painting is obviously dark, so the idea that it had a negative mental effect on people is not that far-fetched in my opinion.
Yeah, that's about right.
This is the actual video that he uploaded.
I don't know, do I want to see this?
I just want to show you the door does open and close on its own, and he's asleep at this time, him and his family that he's living with.
It's just a red room? Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he said it's in like a storage room he keeps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't don't even know if I would. No, I'd give it away.
It's
Wait,
just...
Grandma gave this to you?
Yeah, his grandmother.
It's an exile to its own room, too.
Yeah. Usually you see in these videos doors opening and closing, but this seems very... I don't know why it seems more believable in this video.
I don't know. It's really creepy. That's horrible.
Also, I didn't realize how big the painting is.
Yeah, look, it's huge. It's like half the size of a door, so it's going to be a good, 4 feet?
Yeah, well, looking at images of it, I wasn't expecting it to be that big.
Does he still have it, do you know?
I think he still does. So, it's just known as a portrait of the doll since the artist that made it is not known at all. Now, this is really the only painting I have that doesn't have a clear backstory except for that the buyer believes it was an original piece of art. Bought it because she was lured into buying it when she saw it. The only real supernatural feeling that is connected to this odd doll painting is that the buyer, when she put it up in her house, felt an overwhelming sense of being watched, or just a weird feeling of fear. It got so bad that the buyer put the painting away in the storage, hiding it away from her home, which cleared up these odd feelings straight away. Now, the last people I've heard of this painting was that the buyer still had the painting, just never showed it to anyone, and still got overwhelming feelings when she is near the painting.
Yeah, it looks like a ghostly image of a doll or a kid or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not so bad. I still wouldn't want it, but it's not too bad as far as invoking anything. It is cursed in some way. I don't know. That's not so bad.
Yeah, this one's kind of a tame one. I just thought it was kind of interesting since... I mean, usually you don't hear she kept the painting. Like, she
kept it?
Yeah, she didn't, sell it off to someone. She kept it in her storage.
That's kind of cool. Keep whatever it is with it.
This is the last. This is Untitled.
Okay.
Now, I'm making a video on cursed paintings. So, of course, I'm going to talk about my favorite artist, who's Bechinski, because people claim that all of his paintings are cursed because of the legends surrounding them. His nightmarish, unique art seems like scenes from hell themselves. Now, Bechinski never titled any of his paintings and reportedly burned a section of them in his backyard without showing anyone. Bechinski's life was shrouded in tragedy since his wife died in 1998 and his son committed sewer slides a year later. 6 years later, the artist was found murdered in his apartment. There are people who believe that anyone who looks at his paintings for a long time will soon die, which this is the only theory that I don't believe is true because, like I said, I love his artwork and I've literally made his artwork my computer background before and I'm not dead yet. I don't know, maybe I'm lucky, maybe it's not real. I'm just talking about it because it was interesting to me.
I think it's just unusual, so therefore people...
Oh yeah, I love his art because you
Don't,
can't find it anywhere. And they're all untitled, and his reasoning for untitling all of his paintings is really fascinating and I kind of agree with it.
Okay, what is it?
He literally said, if I wanted to write what these paintings mean, I'd become a writer. This is just art to me. You gotta stare at the art to understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The first one you showed me, I wouldn't have known that was a shipwreck.
This one's just weird art.
So, I have a story.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my grandparents, I used to spend some time in the summers with them. They had 2 paintings in their bedroom. I'm sure a lot of people have seen these paintings. It's Blue Boy and I think Pink Girl. Blue Boy is very famous. So they had these 2 portraits hanging above their bed. And it was back then, it was really, I guess more their time for it was really popular to use frames that kind of bubbled out the glass so that when you walked around they their eyes followed you.
Yeah.
So I was pretty little when they moved to this house and they put those paintings up. For a good 10 years of my life, going into that room and those paintings following me around, I literally would be terrified. And I wouldn't go in there at night because the paintings scared me. I don't know what happened to the paintings though. I don't know if somebody took them, or I don't even know if my cousins or anybody else felt like this about the paintings. As you can tell, to this day I don't have paintings with realistic faces in them because they scare me.
I don't know if I'd put up cursed paintings in my house. I mean, the idea of warding people off with them sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Then in your living room, you can be like, look at this painting. It kills you if you look at it for long enough. And they're like, all right, I think I left my oven on or something.
Yeah.
I like that idea only because I'm not a very social person, but those are all my...
Those are the paintings.
My paintings.
That's cool. Okay. I didn't know there was a such thing as cursed paintings out there, but I guess a lot of things can have spirits or other things attached to them.
Yeah, I just find it really interesting. Yeah, they're very weird and they're very funky. And I like the background behind the paintings. I found a lot of cursed paintings, but a lot of them were very popular, so I tried to find some that weren't very well known.
Yeah, I didn't know any of these.
If all you little clowns liked this video, it would be really nice. If you'd subscribe and maybe would be really nice. But up next time, me and Rascal will be throwing paint at the wall and then watching it hopefully dry.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.